I can't remember the last time I watched Blinky Bill. It could be a good 25 years ago, at least properly anyway. But I remember really loving the show. As a child, I think I had a Blinky Bill toy, but my memories are vague. So, given my love of Christmas animation, I thought it was about time I watched Blinky Bill's White Christmas. This was released in 2005. It's directed by Guy Gross, and I rather enjoyed it. I thought it was good fun and quite different as well. It's very educational, both for children living in Australia and for children who have got no idea what it's like in Australia, because on more than one occasion, the film makes reference to the fact that Christmas in a lot of other places in the world is very different, because in a lot of places, Christmas is during winter time, it's snowy, Santa Claus comes from a place that's very cold, and we have specific Christmas trees. And it points out that that's very different in Australia. And I like that. It's very educational, both for children in Australia who might not know what it's like to have Christmas during winter. And I don't know what age I realised Christmas wasn't the same in Australia, but I certainly didn't always know that, of course. So very educational. And Blinky Bill accidentally breaks Mr. Wombat's snow globe, or snow dome as I think it was called, and he feels really bad about that, so he decides to make it up to him by going off with the Platypus character, whose name I completely have forgotten, but whose voice I love. I've just checked on IMDb. He's voiced by Keith Scott. Blinky Bill is voiced by Robyn Moore, and they go off to find this pine tree, and they try and find a way to make it snow and to make it a wintry Christmas. And I thought it was really good fun. We have some antagonists, some human characters, and they're pretty well written characters, and I thought they were relatively interesting, a little irritating every now and then, but as far as antagonists go, they weren't too bad. Because it's an Australian Christmas cartoon, it doesn't have the same Christmas vibes as a European or American Christmas cartoon. But at the same time, because it's all about Blinky Bill trying to find the Christmas tree and a way to make it snow, and Mr. Wombat's dressing in like a Santa Claus, kind of traditional Santa Claus style of outfit, it kind of does have those elements as well. So it's really interesting and really different. And it's nice to have a little bit of culture and a little bit of Christmas from a different part of the world. That being said, they are trying to make it like a traditional European or American Christmas, so maybe not fully traditional in as far as Australian Christmases go, but I don't know, I'd love to know more about that. Feel free if you know any more about Australian Christmases. I'd love to know what it's like. As far as I have heard, some people will have Christmas dinner on the beach. I imagine it's very different to the Christmas dinners we have in the UK, which is usually a roast dinner, a meal that you would not eat in the middle of summer. Well, we still do, but we shouldn't because it's hot. Nevertheless, Blinky Bill's White Christmas was really good fun. It's a very well-written story, a well-developed narrative with plenty of obstacles for Blinky Bill and the Platypus to overcome, decently written antagonists, and enough Christmas in it that it feels like a classic Christmas cartoon for me, but with enough information to suggest that actually it's not usually what Blinky Bill has for Christmas. It didn't spark any specific memories in me. I was hoping that by watching it, it would trigger memories of some specific Blinky Bill episodes or films or anything. It didn't, but nevertheless, I still enjoyed it, and Blinky Bill is absolutely adorable. It doesn't surprise me that I really liked Blinky Bill growing up. It does surprise me a little bit that I don't remember that much about the cartoons, but either way, Blinky Bill's White Christmas, whether you have specific memories of Blinky Bill or not, is pretty educational, a pretty decent narrative, and definitely worth checking out.